Hey, howdy, everybody. Welcome to a different type of stream. We're doing some Dungeons & Dragons. It is the World's Worst Adventurers campaign number 2. And we're back. And as you can see, we're in a little different format. We're actually, our video and stuff is happening through the tabletop website that we're using. Is it Forge? Is that what it's called?
Foundry.
Foundry. I get it wrong every time.
So close.
I know. I don't know what it is about Foundry that I can't remember the name. But we're doing that. We have Gavi and Darkmoon, and of course Masters. Mumbles unfortunately got called into work to cover for someone else, so he is not with us, but he will be next time. A couple programming notes: if you're watching this live on Twitch, if you look at the bottom of the screen, there are some cactuses where you can see the channel points, and you can actually change. Let's pick Gavi for no particular reason. You can actually redeem a channel point reward and change what's on the screen down below and look at the stats for all the different characters and stuff. So that goes for us as players as well, if we want to know what the stats of our other players are. And there was the other thing that I was going to mention that I, of course, don't remember what it was. Do you remember what it was?
It was the donations.
Oh, the donations. That's right. We are, of course, raising money for Extra Life, as always. And this campaign, I'm going to do $5 per natural one until that gets to be too much. And then I might drop it back down to $1 again, but we'll see. That's the current plan. Right now, we owe 0 so far. So we're doing good.
And how do we find the link for that donation?
Well, conveniently, it just popped up on screen, but if you're watching on YouTube, it's also down below in the description. It's just extralife.wildwestdan.tv.
Excellent, because I kind of needed that.
Do you still owe from the last campaign?
No, but I'm just preparing.
Fair.
My preliminary rolls weren't looking good.
Which one is it? You just Extra Life link? Is that the one?
Which one?
Pulls up.
That'll pull up the... Oh, no, I don't have one to show that, actually.
Which one pulls it up on your screen?
There is no channel point for the Extra Life lower third. I can make one for later.
I thought you had.
I'll add one in for next time. No, I didn't think about that. Or if I did, I forgot that I thought about it. There's a lot going on today, and today was busy at work. So.
Fair. It's not like we've had 3 months to do this.
Nope.
We haven't been planning this at all. This is the first time we've talked about it was 30 seconds ago, and we're jumping in.
I hope you have a plan, sir.
Which is actually an important thing to point out, because later on it will be important to say that I had this character plan from a while back, and Masters can back me up on that. Now, it's gone through a couple of different revisions, but I had him planned before certain things happened, which, yeah.
Masters changed mine for me on Wednesday.
Technically, I changed it for you before you went to Disney, but you were leaving for Disney and didn't have time to talk to me about it.
So,
which is fair.
So Wednesday. I stand by what I said.
3 weeks.
Priorities. Priorities.
Well, all right. I guess it's time to get started here. So first off, I'm just going to have everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
This is not a joke. Though we don't have tokens on. I don't know if that even matters on Foundry because we haven't tried that yet. But using D&D Beyond, just go ahead and roll initiative.
I can't. There's no active. From D&D Beyond. Okay, fine. So many different windows.
14.
I need a 5th screen.
Did you say 14?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
I'm going to try to remember to put all my rolls in chat, so if I forget and anybody notices, let me know.
How do I connect this to Foundry? Darn it.
You have to, on Foundry, click on the Beyond 20 and approve it. And then you shouldn't have to do it ever again after that.
Yeah, it should just be the once.
Where does one find that?
And your add-ons up top.
You know what? I have no initiative bonus, so I'm just going to go ahead and D20. 16.
Okay. So it'll be Gavi, Dan, and then Jared. All right.
Plan this out.
You had 3 months, remember?
Like I know everything about my character, just didn't think about how to introduce him.
All right. We start off this adventure of twists and turns as you approach the entrance to this magical Fey Carnival. Each of you having traveled different distances over different frames of time. For some of you, the journey took quite a bit longer than it should have. Each of you have been requested to come to this carnival to seek out the entrance into the Fey. Wild. I missed a word for some reason. In your own ways, you each found yourselves in the presence of Madrick, an old warlock man. He was accompanied by a number of rodents and pixies. He tells you of his journeys as an adventurer in his youth and pleads with you to aid him in an exchange for a few things. He promises you the treasure from his travels upon your return. And one more little detail.
What was his name?
He mentions the carnival to you and sparks a memory of your own. Each of you have been to this carnival before. Each of you snuck in and in return lost something. If the realization that you have lost something wasn't enough to get your attention, he goes on to explain that his warlock patron, Zabilna, has been out of contact for the better part of a year. That name, Zabilna, brings forth another memory from your youth. You recognize her description. Each of you took up this quest to locate Zabilna in the Feywild and to recover your lost things in the process. Madrick directs you to the upcoming location of the carnival, and each of you eventually made your way here.
What was his name?
Madrick. Madryck.
That's close.
Jerek, please describe your character as you step up to the carnival.
My name is Jerek Hilgraeth, and I'm a researcher of the arcane. Recently, I came into possession of a rather strange artifact, which has led me to this vicinity, as I've been told that this is where it hails from. I'm seeking, in addition to all of these other things, a bit of understanding as to its origin and to its properties, so that I might be able to better understand it and what it can do. I'm a rather old man at this point, I suppose. Not terribly old, but old perhaps for this time and for this place. I'm 57 recently. I've just recently left my home, perhaps for the first time in some sort of major endeavor. My eyes are gray, not particularly tall, my hair is starting to lose its color as well, and I'm just seeking to get a few answers.
Very well. As you stand there, gazing upon the carnival, we flash back to the last time you were here. You were so young and eager to enter. Your family had more than enough money to pay for your ticket, but you were impulsive and impatient. You rushed in and began roaming around. At such a young age, what would have caught your attention? And for this, we're going to go actually to the carnival. So you walk into this carnival, see all these fantastical things, all the different creatures. What about this carnival are you attracted to? What is the first thing you run to after you slip past the entrance?
Let's see.
Dang, that's a cool map.
Thank you.
As a young boy, perhaps I would have been most interested in the Hall of Illusions. Magic has always fascinated me, and finding out new ways to interact with it would have certainly piqued my interest.
So you walk over, or at your young age, probably run over to the Hall of Illusions. Just the name itself draws your attention in. As you get close, you notice a kind of pale-looking mime that is punching tickets to allow people entrance into the Hall of Illusions. As you're standing there, in awe of what you see before you, a toad-like creature passes before you in a flash, and you feel your face relax. Finally, your parents catch up to you, but it's too late. You now have a ticket, but you've already lost something. As the memory fades, you find yourself standing at the entrance to the carnival with no memory of that night, only what you've lost, and that this is where you've lost it. Mitt, please describe your character.
Wait, I have that. I am a 6'7" tall, lithe feline humanoid with green eyes, dark gray fur over most of my body, except for a strike of dark purple on the right side of my face. Yes, I forgot which side was right. I'm in my late 20s. I wear a dark cloak with a seemingly endless number of pockets, both inside and outside, and a pair of black leggings with no shirt. I have dark brown leather-stained armor, a rapier at my hip, and a silver locket that hangs around my neck, and a short copper piece of wire just wrapped around my right pinky like a ring.
That was your left.
Yeah, I was hoping nobody would notice that. Shut up.
It's backwards on my screen, and I still noticed. Anything else?
That's about it.
I like this jacket. It has pockets. It's
Lots
very
of
useful.
Pockets everywhere, y'all.
Did you modify it yourself?
Standing there at the entrance to the carnival, you too flash back to a memory of your childhood. Going through a bit of a recent turmoil in your life, you had a bit of a rebellious streak in you. Without a second thought, you slipped into the carnival and started looking around. What drew your attention?
The dragonfly rides.
Dragonfly rides. Fantastic. So, you're running around the carnival and you see these ginormous dragonflies that people are riding around the carnival. As you see them flying and soaring through the air, you too notice a toad-like creature approach you, and you feel them force you to spin, and they spin you, and they spin you. You feel like they spun you for an eternity, and when you finally stop, you're in a complete daze. You wander around the carnival for a long while before a large leonin approaches you. In a deep and projecting voice, he says, "You look like you're a bit lost, little one. I notice you don't have a ticket. I'm going to have to escort you to the exit. You may purchase a ticket at the ticket booth if you wish to re-enter." As the memory fades, you find yourself standing at the entrance to the carnival with no memory of that night. Only what you lost, and that this is where you lost it.
Dum dum dum.
Francis, please describe your character.
Green. That's the main word That's the main word that comes to mind when you look upon my glorious form. I wear green armor. I have a green shield bearing the symbol of the Arkheart. I wear a green helmet with a mane of plant life topped. I have a sword on my hilt, and I have a smile on my face. I am Francis Verde, guardian of the woods. That's all I got to say.
All right. Flashing back to your past, for when you were quite young, we see you running towards the carnival. You're alone, so you don't have the means to buy a ticket. Seeing your opportunity to sneak in with a large crowd, however, you make your way inside. With all of the grand and wonderful things you see around you, what drew your attention?
The Pixie Kingdom.
The Pixie... I had a feeling it would be the Pixie Kingdom.
That was my second choice.
So, you running around the carnival, you notice pixies flying around, and you follow one of them to a small, miniaturized carnival, all on its own. And you are in awe at the many pixies and fairies that are flying and fluttering around. As you stand there in awe, you don't notice that a tall, slender girl with a crescent moon framing her face approaches you, and she grabs your wrist. You look up at her, and she gives you a large grin before running away. Standing there in your confusion, you are approached by a small fairy. Little one, you don't seem to have a ticket. If you could please come with me, we can see if we can get you one. As the memory fades, you find yourself standing at the entrance to the carnival, with no memory of that night, only what you've lost, and that this is where you lost it. Each of you are standing there now, at the entrance to this carnival. And I'm scrolling up because I scrolled down.
Scroll.
Scroll. The first stars of the night twinkle above the apricot sky. Giant dragonflies whirl overhead. Trailing streamers and a low mist curls over the ground. Through a floral archway, you glimpse wondrous and vibrant creatures. Elf stilt walkers, dancing fairies, and painted performers. Everywhere there is laughter, pixie dust, bubbles, and the wistful tune of a whistling calliope. There is a ticket booth sitting beside the entrance, and you see a silver statue of a dancing fairy is mounted on the roof, and is surrounded by fluttering butterflies. The booth is decorated with an animated description of the night sky with shooting stars arching across it. An elderly goblin perches behind the ticket counter, peering at you quizzically through the spyglass. He lowers his spyglass and calls out to you, "Greetings, fairgoers! Are you three together?"
I look around. No.
You all look similarly lost.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Lost is only a placeholder until one finds his way.
Well, step right up. Tickets are here. You must purchase a ticket before you can enter.
Do I see a
how
way
much?
that I could get in without purchasing a ticket?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. 10. What's my perception? 9.
No, you notice that there is a large moat surrounding the entirety of the fairground, and that there is a mass of people and employees here to make sure that everybody that enters has a ticket on them. You also notice that everybody that is entering the carnival at this time have large fairy wings that they are wearing.
How much?
What's your name?
What's your name?
That's a good question. My name is Nicholas Midnight.
Ooh.
It's a strange name, don't you think?
No stranger than not having one.
That's true. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. How much were tickets?
Tell me your name, I'll tell you how much it is.
I look at the other two. Do you have names?
Yes, my name is Jerek Hilgraeth, and I'm really here sort of on sabbatical, as it were.
Jerek Hilgraeth, you say? 1 moment, please. And you see he steps down off of a stool that he's on and reaches down, and there's a box. And he picks it up and takes it and sits it on the counter and musters his way back up onto the chair. Jerek. Ah, here you are. Someone has already purchased a ticket for you in advance. And hands you a golden ticket.
Sing it. Sing it.
It's so hard not to.
Under the perfect ticket, it's a golden day. Sorry.
It's been on my
I was
been on my
gonna-
rewatch list for a while.
I was gonna go with Willy Wonka. Come with me, and you'll be.
But the song is literally, I have a golden ticket.
Oh,
I have a golden chance to make my way. Jerek Hofer does not sing.
Well, the two of you.
I look over at Francis, even though I don't know his name yet.
well, my name is Francis Verde, but I doubt anyone would know of me. I'm quite attuned to the forest, so
Francis, you say? Francis. Ah, yes. A ticket here for you as well. And he reaches out and hands you a golden ticket.
oh,
I squint my
Well.
eyes at him.
that's
My-
unusual.
Sorry.
Sorry,
And he
that
looks
was
at
all.
you and he goes, judging based on the two I have left, I'm going to assume that you are Mateus.
Mitt.
Mitt, works good enough. And he reaches out and hands you a ticket. There seems to be another here. Do you have another party member that is missing?
I don't know about a party, friend. I'm here on my own.
Never met these people before. I don't know what you mean by party.
Strange indeed, then. Well, all right. Maybe they'll come along later. Whoa, one more thing. And he reaches back on a shelf, and you see he grabs 3 fairy wings that are like the ones you strap on, and he hands each of you a pair. Make sure we are wearing these. This is how the carnival viewers know that you are indeed a ticket-holding member. Should you run out of punches, feel free to come back, and you may purchase one at that time. Or you could barter for one, if you wish.
Very well.
Well then, off you go.
Jerek will put the wings on sort of half-heartedly and just shrug and keep going.
Do they look like dragonfly wings by any chance?
They can if you want them to.
Do they trigger a memory, or do we already remember that? Or did you said we don't remember that, right?
No, you don't remember that at all.
Right.
That was just for the audience.
All right, fair enough.
A little bit of foreshadowing.
I guess I reluctantly put the wings on.
It's gonna be hard to get it on over my armor, but I look at the wings with a look of joy. Like, it reminds me of home. I do my best to strap it on to my back.
If I see he's having trouble, I would. Do you need a hand here?
I would appreciate it, my good man. Thank you.
As
Do I have
you
to
all
roll for
enter,
wings help?
No. As you all
Sleight of
enter in past the ticket booth, you see two girls in face paint, one a lion and one with a small heart, squabble over a painted wooden crown that their mother won at one of the stalls. You see another. Off in the distance, you see a painted sign of an elf wearing a jester's hat as it springs to life and exclaims, "We're hoping you're having a delightful evening." So where is it you wish to go?
Is there a sign with arrows, or did they
Yes,
provide a
there are
park map?
many-
Is there an app?
There are many signs telling you of all of the different attractions that there are. There's a big map at the very entrance that says you are here, right
gonna-
next to the ticket booth.
I'm gonna go.
Is there a sign that says "Bad guys here"?
There's not a sign that says "bad guys here."
I'm gonna go
Oh,
study
that's
the map.
unfortunate.
Okay. It looks like this,
Oh, hey.
except it.
Oh, we're moving. Oh, we're moving.
Ooh.
By the
Except
way,
it says you are here.
that's us. We're there. Wait. Scroll. Right there. That's us. Oh no, I can totally read it, Masters. Dang it.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, this one's bigger than the one on the other.
there's
This one's bigger than
there's a
the
typo
other
on
one.
that. It's my bad. Anyway, well, are we sticking together or do we split
I
up?
see no reason not to, perhaps. I don't really know anyone here. I don't know you, so it's sort of all the same to me.
We came here as one, we shall travel as one.
Very lofty ideal.
As you are all standing there by the map, debating on whether or not you want to stick together through your mysterious circumstances of all having been given a ticket at the start of this carnival by a benefactor that none of you seem to realize who it might be. A 12-foot tall walking tree garland in golden ribbons marches down the thoroughfare. Emerald clouds swirl above the tree and rain down golden spinning sycamore seeds. Fairgoers try to catch the seeds before they hit the ground. As the seeds gently fall, a chatty squirrel scampers along the boughs of the tree, handing dandelions to select passersby. Would any of you like to try and catch?
I want to try and catch a seed.
All right. Roll a dexterity check.
Oh. $23.
Ooh.
23.
It's not a
Um,
natural 23 though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anybody else trying to catch one?
I should also like to catch one and investigate this strange being in front of me.
Oh, I'll definitely try to catch one.
Yeah. Roll dexterity checks if you're wanting to catch it.
Just pure dexterity?
Yep.
Gotta find
Should
the
do.
right page to do this from. There you go.
4.
So, Mitt, with a grace that only someone of your stature could, you quickly reach out and pick one out of the air. No problem. Jerek, you too find yourself able to grasp one out of the air, though you fumble it just a little bit. Nobody unless they have a keen eye or a sharp hand, would have even noticed your little fumble. Jerek reaches out, or Francis reaches out to get one, and he mauls, but his depth perception must be off or something because there's nothing there for him to grab.
Mm-hmm.
Mitt, you gain the following personality trait until dawn. You are easily amused. Any conflicting character trait is suppressed in the meantime.
Oh, good.
And for Jerek, you open your hand to find that the seed that you picked up slowly morphs into a solid gold piece.
Well, a most warm welcome this place gives you.
That was awesome. Did you see it turned into a gold piece?
Yeah, yes.
About that time, the squirrel scampers down the arm of the tree and hands each of you a dandelion. You'll want to blow this out to make a wish.
Ooh, I come straight up and I... do we say the wish out loud or do we... Is it a birthday
No,
thing?
I need you to DM me your wish.
Oh, cool.
What if I don't have a wish?
You don't have to take a dandelion.
I take a dandelion.
I'll take dandelion. I'll take a big breath in, and I'll, with all my might, blow.
How do you DM this again?
You can just send it to me in Discord.
Oh, that works. That work?
No, that did not work. Oh, well, no.
Turn it. Let's try.
Any wish at all.
I can't spell dandelion. I figured it out. And by I mean Google. Thanks, Google.
Each of you grabs your dandelion, thinks of your wish, and blows as the seeds of the dandelion are carried away. Nothing immediately seems to happen, but you feel like something magical has happened. So, where is it you would like to go?
This place is really fun.
You have the whole carnival before you.
Dang. Whole thing.
I don't know about you guys, but those dragonfly rides look really fun.
DM. You said we had a recollection of having lost something and knowing that we had lost it here.
Yes.
Oh, okay. File that way.
We know what it is we've lost?
Yes.
That explains
You
so
know what
much.
you've lost and that this is where you lost it.
Sir Mitt, was it?
Yes.
Yes. Perhaps dragonfly rides would be most enjoyable. Yes, that's good. Look at those.
Sure. Follow me. And I start walking this way.
Start walking which way?
I'm clicking.
Towards the
Oh,
dragonflies.
it's really slow. Nope, he's walking towards the mystery mine.
Oh.
So, if you're all following Mitt, he begins walking this way.
Sir Mitt, I don't believe that this is the correct path.
Again. All right, I'll follow you.
Yes,
Right.
if you walk towards where you can see the gigantic dragonflies, then perhaps that is where they are.
Yeah. That's logical.
Francis too shall follow.
So you guys start making your way back over towards the dragonflies. As you're walking through past the big top, you hear one of the witchlight hands out in front of the big top. And now, folks, don't you worry. We've got the big top extravaganza at the 4th hour of the carnival. You won't want to miss that, folks. And at the 8th hour, the crowning of the witchlight Monica.
The what? Crowning of
The
what?
crowning of the witchlight
Crowning of the witchlight monarch.
monarch.
Oh.
Okay.
Francis cringes a little when he hears that last word.
Do you not like butterflies?
Oh no, I love butterflies. It's just that. Oh, never mind. It's a different definition of the word monarch. I don't like.
Difficulties with royalty, then?
You could say that. Yes.
Relatable.
But who hasn't had difficulties with royalty?
Fair enough.
As you guys approach the dragonfly rides, huge lily pads rest on the surface of a pool glistening with phosphorescent algae. Giant dragonflies use the lily pads as landing platforms, buzzing loudly overhead, with wings as brilliant as stained glass windows. Alighting briefly to the drop off and pickup of excited passengers. Near the entrance, a small smiling tree turns your way and beckons you over. You recognize this tree as the one that was walking around dropping off the seeds, as well as the red squirrel that gave you the dandelion, clinging to its leafy canopy, peering at you suspiciously.
Can I help you with something?
You just got a strange spell about you.
No, I wasn't aware of that.
I've been on the road for a while.
What is it that's strange about it?
I don't know, just something familiar.
That is quite strange. I have no recollection of ever being in this place before.
I look at him.
The sapling kind of looks up at you. Dude, you guys looking to ride the dragonflies? Is that what you're here for, man?
Perhaps it is.
How much?
Just one ticket punch, dude. Just one.
And, Jerek will pick up his ticket and sort of prefer it to.
How many punches do I have on my ticket?
You each have 8.
Well, I'll prefer my ticket so that they may punch it.
Cool, dude. He reaches out, grabs your ticket, and the squirrel runs down the arm. I'm watching you. And he hands it back to each of you.
Off we go then.
1 second. Do. Ah. Okay, there's that guy. Okay. So you guys can ride the giant dragonflies. There are enough for each of you, though they're all occupied right now. And the as you're waiting, the train is like, so dudes, got any interesting stories?
No.
Interesting stories is quite an interest. I mean, how do you mean interesting? What would interest you?
You know, man, just any kind of story. Like, did you know that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light aren't the carnival's original owners? Yeah, they're not even from the Feywild, dude. But it matters not an inch. We're all one big happy family here, man.
I would love to hear some of your stories. I'm sure that as a witchlight hand, you've had many great times here.
Oh yeah, man, it's just nothing too crazy. Just people come in, they ride the dragonflies, they leave. I watched them go. All the stories they could tell.
Do a lot of people get spun around over and over at the gate?
Not that I know of.
So tell me. You were the one who was disseminating little gifts as we were entering in to your little carnival here. How does that work?
The squirrel pops up. You leave his seeds alone. Those seeds are not for you, buddy. Those are not for you.
My apologies. My apologies. I meant no disrespect. I'm simply very curious as to how such a mechanism might operate.
I just look over at Jerek and I start giggling a little.
Yeah, man, it's just the way I am, man. Just doing stuff, magical stuff. It's not really me that's doing it. It's just something the carnival does. I'm just happy to be part, man.
Quite the enchanted little place, then, you might say.
Yeah, man. This place is totally magical. And the acorns are mine, so you can't have them.
Fear not, little one. I have no interest in your acorns.
I just put my hand in one of my many pockets, which happens to also have an acorn in it.
Wait a second. You have the vest of 1,000 pockets, whatever it is?
No, you just have a lot of pockets.
Okay. This is an item like that.
Oh.
I've had it before.
I might want that one. Anyway.
Well, my dudes, if you got nothing else to say, it looks like there might be some dragonflies ready for you.
Relish the experience, I'm sure.
Do we all take one, or do we each take our own?
I think I should.
Whatever
prefer to have
floats
my
your
own.
boat, man.
I think I should prefer to have my own, if you don't mind.
Yes, me too.
As
Yeah.
would I.
All right, I'm gonna go pick out a dragonfly.
All right, so you guys walk over to the dragonflies that are landed. Their previous patrons are dismounting, and you begin to mount, and you notice that there's a strap that secures you onto the saddle that has been affixed to these giant dragonflies. So who's getting on the dragonflies first?
I will.
Lord Mitt, I seem to think that you have the most interest in this. Why don't you take the first ride?
There are enough for each of you to go out at the same time, but
Well,
just trying to.
I'll give him the first one. I'll go with the
All right,
second one.
So, Mitt, you get in, you strap it down, and your dragonfly begins to lift off.
As he
Jerek,
lifts off,
you're getting on the-
I yell over to the tree. Does this one have a name?
I like to call that one Sprinkles. You don't want to know why.
I just laugh.
Oh.
I pet him on the neck. Be like, good Sprinkles.
All right, Jerek, you go over to the next dragonfly, and as you're mounting it, you all hear one of the lily pads nearby. There's an alarm that sounds as a dwarf is attempting to attach his belt, but the dragonfly just starts going crazy, and he starts bucking, and he starts flying, and the dwarf's the entire time, I'm not bucking in! I'm not bucking in! I need Francis and Jerek, roll me perception checks.
Okie dokie.
For reference, I have an ulterior motive for choosing the dragonflies.
oh dear.
That's not what I meant to do.
Also, Gavi, it looked like one of yours was cocked. It probably wasn't, but it looked like it.
One of mine, what was cocked?
It looked like the dice were touching each other, and one of them wasn't totally flat.
Oh.
You know, like people who use real dice and have trays full of them, which I don't understand why you don't just empty the tray, but that's not for me to decide.
I have a beneficial balance. You never know.
All right. So Francis, you are focused in on this dwarf that's getting tossed by this dragonfly, hoping that nothing ill happens. Jerek, on the other hand, you notice as a figure starts darting through the crowd, running away from the scene. What's everybody doing?
I'm flying.
I'm going to go run to save the man if I can.
You don't know he's there.
Save the dwarf.
Oh, the dwarf.
Oh,
Okay.
no, yeah.
What y'all
Let's
doing?
see.
And I'm not seeing any of this, right?
Actually,
Because I'm gone.
Yeah, you see the happenings going on with the dwarf.
Okay.
You weren't that far gone when this started happening. You're just barely in the air.
Well, I don't know. Can I control where I'm going? Or is it I'm just along for the ride?
Yeah, give me an animal handling.
Oh, yeah. This is one that everyone uses. It's a -3 with a roll of a 2. So -1.
So you try to guide the dragonfly where you want it to take you, but it's not listening to you.
Sprinkles. Sprinkles. Go back. I'll be back.
Francis, what are you doing?
So these giant dragonflies, they're not like their creature
Francis
type
speaking.
would be. Yeah. No, this is me as the character.
I can't hear
I mean, that me
Francis.
is the human,
I hear him.
the IRL person.
Do you hear
I'm
me?
just wondering.
I hear you. I don't hear Gavi. I
Gabby
don't think
wasn't
Gavi's
talking.
talking.
Gabby, say
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, hello. I'm Zero. I'm here. Hello, hello, hello. Hello.
I hear everyone.
I can't hear Francis.
Try refreshing.
Hello.
We'll translate.
Please hold.
He left.
Do, 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 do. Oh, he was back for a second.
There he is.
I don't see him. Oh, wait. Ah,
There's a Dan.
Can you hear?
I hear
me
you now.
yay.
Can you hear us now?
Yep. So Francis, what you doing?
Yes. Well, Darkmoon, the player, would like to know if these dragonflies aren't like they're not fey creatures, right? They're just beasts, animals.
Yeah, they're just large
Just
beasts.
happen to be large.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. Yeah,
Boop.
go for it. What do you say?
I'm going to say. Let's see. What would I say? Nature's child. What has got you so? What's going on? What has got you so rambunctious? Let this man down.
All right, roll me a persuasion check with advantage because it can understand
Oh, thank
you.
goodness. I was hoping it would be persuasion. Let's see. Boop. And then,
Good thing you have advantage.
yeah. Try that again.
Oh, much better.
Much better.
So you see that the dragonfly is bucking, and the dwarf is desperately trying to get his belt latched, and it finally slowly calms down and lands once again, and the dwarf jumps off of it and kind of runs. I'm out of here. But the crisis is averted.
I yell from a distance. Have them refund your punch ticket.
All right,
I
Jerek,
pat the
what are you doing
dragonfly
during
on the
this?
head.
You notice that Francis is chittering and chattering towards this dragonfly, and it seems to be calming down. But you saw that figure running away from the scene of the crime.
There was a crime. Well, if there was a crime, that I'm going after.
I mean,
The DM
See
is
somebody-
there's a crime.
you see something going crazy, and somebody's running away. That usually entails that they had something to do with it.
I will move generally in that direction and see if I can get a better glimpse of the person running.
Okay, roll me perception.
Oh dear. Again. That was the wrong place to roll. Too many windows. Darn it.
Mhm.
Oh.
You do see her, or them.
Oh.
You see a hooded figure running away from the crowd, trying to slip in and out, but your keen eye is following them every step of the way.
And I see where they're going.
You do? Can y'all see my rolls, by the way?
Yes.
I think.
No, I can't.
No, not at all. Well,
Oh,
No, I can't.
catching kettle
catching
steam.
Kettle steam.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Hmm.
So this is a test.
Do they look
guilty. I
Question
mean,
marks.
you could just be chasing somebody down for no reason. But if they're a named person, then yes, I'm absolutely following Catching Kettle Steam.
That's metagaming.
It's not my fault.
I'll be right back.
Mhm.
You see nothing.
Yes, I will follow after the very obvious plot hook.
Okay. So you are chasing after this person. Roll me another. Roll me another perception check as you're chasing after them.
It's going wonderfully.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on this one because you did roll a natural 20 on the last one. So yeah, you're able to keep up with them, and you actually start to gain on them a little bit as they slow down, thinking that they are in the clear. So you do manage to catch up. Their back is still turned to you. What do you do?
I suppose I will walk up nonchalantly, place my hand on their shoulder, and say, "Excuse me, but why were you running away so quickly?"
So you go to reach out and place your hand on their shoulder, and it looks like you would be touching the cloak of a man that is about your height. But your hand goes through the cloak,
Mhm.
and you feel a rather feathery shoulder.
Ooh.
And you hear this silky, smooth voice. Whatever do you mean? I was not doing anything. I was just merely walking this direction, enjoying my time at the carnival.
You do realize, of course, that I saw you when you were over just a moment ago by the dragonflies, and the dwarf nearly lost something important to him. That didn't involve you in any capacity, now, did it?
Roll insight.
That was lucky.
Yeah, you don't believe a word that is coming out of this person's mouth, but they continue to try and say, "I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't anywhere near the fire of the dragonflies."
Let me think. Would I be able to, like, look at the ground and, like, point out where their tracks are coming from?
Roll investigation.
Okay. Absolutely not.
So she sees you trying to prove her wrong, and she's kind of lets down her facade. Listen, between you and me, many years ago, I made a pact with a Fey named Zabilna, the Archfey who rules the Feywild domain of Prismere. Recently, I've come to be convinced that something is amiss with my patron. As a warlock, I can sense that I'm no longer in touch with her as I once was.
And what does that have to do with the dwarf?
Nothing. I just like causing a disturbance around the carnival. You see, something's not quite right here, and the owners of this carnival know what's up. But they're giving me the cold shoulder, won't give me any information. But I'm sure that they have information.
And this is your means of getting it? It's just simply causing a disturbance and going around and causing problems for everyone?
Well, you see, if the carnival's not going well, things tend to get turned on their head. I'm merely trying to be seen.
Based upon your denial, I'd say you would rather trying not to be seen.
Well,
Mm.
I'm trying to be seen by the ones that I care to be seen by, not caught by someone interloping into my affairs.
You know, I must say, I'd rather inclined to believe you about the whole carnival being amiss. I've had this rather unsettling feeling myself since I stepped in here.
Yes, well, I've overheard Mr. Witch and Mr. Light talking in their wagon. They've tried to hide it, but I could definitely hear something is amiss. And she begins to repeat the conversation that she's heard. Someone's going to find out about this. They'll shut us down. And switching voices, she says, "We agreed to this pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Hourglass Coven take what it wants, and in return, we stay in business. That's what you want, right?" I was kind of pushed out at that point, so I didn't really get much else. But there's definitely something going on.
What is this coven that they mentioned? Do you know anything about it?
I don't know anything about the coven. I know covens are usually associated with hags.
And what are you? You seem to have some sort of weird disguise going here. What is this? Who are you?
She kind of looks back and forth. Come with me. And she leads you to a more secluded area. And she drops her disguise self. And she is a short black kinku. And I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try.
Awfully chatty for a kinku.
Ah.
Yes, very chatty for a kinku. And
Ooh.
what connection do you have with this little carnival here? Because clearly, you say that something's going wrong, but you've provided me no specifics, nothing concrete to base upon, nothing even to look into. You just tell me something's wrong. But what is it?
You don't think that the fact that the owners of this carnival are in leagues with a witch coven, a hag coven, and not to mention my patron, who is usually the sponsor of this affair. I have no contact with her anymore. I can't go to Prismere myself to check it out due to our standing, but if you could get there, maybe you could find out what's wrong.
Well, as much as I'm not one to delve into local politics, I suppose there's nothing better for me to do at the moment. Not quite even sure really why I'm here, but for whatever reason, it seems as though it's right. What was this place you were sending me to again?
It's the Feywild zone called Prismere. It's where Zabilna reigns.
Ah, and Zabilna, of course, is your patron. Did you have a name?
Yes, the name is Kettlestein.
Kettlestein, yes. All right, well, I'll see what I can do. I do so love a good mystery. Perhaps I could recruit those two fine gentlemen I found myself acquainted with earlier to accompany me.
Well, do what you can. I'm going to go back to committing frivolities.
That is what you wish.
and she waves her hand in front of her face, and this facade of a cloaked figure returns once more, and she runs away. So what are the two of you doing as Jerek has run off?
Well, I wanted to do the ride because I wanted to get a sort of an overlook of the whole carnival and see if I saw anything that looked more out of place than what would be normal at a Feywild carnival.
Yeah. So you fly around. You see all kinds of acts going on. You see. You see a giant spring of flowers burst from the ground at the sundry passers-by. You see a lively jig spring up out of nowhere, led by a troop of gnomish clowns. But nothing more strange than the things you've already seen.
Okay.
You do notice that there is a staff area back behind the big top that seems to be encased in a thick wall of thorns.
I am having a great time. I'm laughing and enjoying myself. and when the flowers spring out of the ground, I cackle. And when the jig starts, I try to do it a little bit while also still strapped into my dragonfly.
Well, that sounds dangerous.
I'm strapped in, I think.
Francis, did you ever actually get on a dragonfly?
I was going to try to.
Yeah. So yeah,
Probably-
once you got the dwarf settled, you can actually either take his dragonfly or there's others available,
I'd
and
like
you
to take
are
the one
able to. Yeah, you're able to take off. So Jerek, you make your way back to the dragonflies, and the two of them are still in the air. What are you doing?
I turn to the treant.
No copyright infringement there.
Nope.
It's a sapling.
And I say, have they long left on their ride?
I mean, whatever the dragonflies deem worthy, man.
I suppose they shall be wrapped up soon then. I'll wait.
All right, here you go. I'll give you your punch back. And he reaches over to your ticket and places a finger on either side of where the hole was. And when he lifts it back up, your punch hole is unpunched.
I'll unpunch him. What?
Very, very handy little talent you have there.
Yeah, man, they give us kinds of things to make the customers happy.
Still very interested in those things.
Speaking of making customers happy, man, I'm not really supposed to talk about this, but the carnival can't run without Mr. Witch's pocket watch. He's always watching that thing, making sure everybody's having a good time and on schedule.
Oh, so everything is scheduled around here.
Yeah, man, it's an 8-hour carnival. You need to go to the big top at hour 4. Big extravaganza, man.
What hour are we at now?
Shoot, we're just getting started. It's still not even halfway through the first hour.
Very interesting. And 8 punches, so essentially one activity per hour is what you're trying to budget your time for, yes?
I mean, if that's what you want to do, dude, you can always go get more tickets for more punches.
Very interesting. Yes, perhaps. Tell me, if someone were to have lost something here, where might they find that? And he is silent. Has he muted himself?
Nope. Still.
Still very silent.
But looking like you're having a good time making the voice, though. You're just like,
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
and then there's some more backstory and some exposition and something really important that he doesn't want us to know, man. No, we're not hearing nothing. We got nothing.
Did you kick the wire under the desk?
Forge is going great.
Foundry.
I know. That time I did it on purpose.
All y'all faces are just
Just still going.
He just picked his nose.
That made my nose run.
I'm trying to communicate to it.
looks like he's having a good
I'm gonna
time.
break my neck.
I'd laugh so hard if he just can't hear us too, and he's just like talking away.
He's saying, guys, I can't hear you. Like, what's going on, guys? Like, I can't.
Wave if you can hear
How about
us.
now?
Oh,
Can
there
you
you
hear
go.
me now?
Yay!
Okay. Yeah, so like the program for my keyboard died, and I have a mute button on my keyboard, and so I pressed that mute button and wanted to go unpress it. The keyboard program died, so you really couldn't hear me, man.
No,
But
he
I was
couldn't hear
trying
you,
to say,
man.
this voice is rough on my voice.
Yeah, I know.
It
Sounds
didn't
very
stop me
much
from doing it the entire time, though, man.
That's dedication.
So, like, what I was saying was, there's the Lost and Found over near the Calliope. You know, where you came past it to get here, man. And it's actually run by this really chill displacer beast. Yeah, man, he's pretty chill. But he's just over there. So if you're looking for something that's lost, that'd be where I'd start, man.
How frequently does this carnival go on?
Man, it travels all over the place. Every 8 years or so, we pop into to the same dimension, maybe in a different location. But like, we go 24/7, bruh.
If something would have been lost quite some time ago, would it still be kept in the lost and found?
I mean, it's possible. It's not really my department, dude.
Oh, very good. Thank you for your help. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
No worries, man.
And he will wait for the other two to come down.
I
All
have,
right. So a short time
I
later,
have
the
no desire to land.
the dragonflies land regardless of what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And you make your way back over to where Jerek is.
Do I know what dragonflies eat?
Roll me a nature check.
Okay. Oh, that's a 3. Hold on. 5.
Probably rocks, a little bit of dirt.
I reach down, I grab some dirt, and I hold it up to Sprinkles.
He doesn't react.
And I pet him on his head, and I walk away. Thanks, Sprinkles. It was great. Even though you didn't listen to me. I'm gonna walk back over to. Are you guys both there?
Yes, I believe.
I think I'm still up just a little bit.
Okay, well I'll
I
walk.
think I'm
No,
about to
no,
land.
you come down too.
Okay.
No.
So
I've
Francis, as you're getting off the dragonfly, the treant is going to look over at you and say, "Dude, that was totally awesome of you saving that dwarf. Mr. Light really likes it when there's smiling faces, and that was not kosher, bruh."
Think nothing of it. It's a hero's duty to save those in need.
Well, enjoy the carnival. Stay away from my
you very
nuts.
I appreciate the rodent.
I missed what happened with the dwarf. I went that way.
There's a small disturbance. Actually, if you two would come with me, I can shed a little bit more light on the subject.
Yes, okay. Yes,
Pleasure.
indeed. Yes. I don't know why I did that.
Sounds like the chef guy from the Muppets.
Bark, bark, bark.
Skewer the mushy.
Oh, someday I will get a better chef voice and we'll have a character.
Oh, I do not look
Alright.
forward to that day. But also I do.
No, I'm getting sidetracked.
Right.
So the deal with this little disturbance with the dwarf and the dragonfly, it appears that it may have been entirely on purpose.
What do you mean?
I mean there was a culprit perpetrator, and I saw and pursued her, and I caught up with her. Everything at this carnival may not be quite as it seems. It's possible, perhaps, that the proprietors of this establishment are, how might I say this, conspiring with some sort of coven of hags.
What did that Feywild say? Mr. Witch and Mrs. Light?
Something to that effect, yes.
Oh, Witchlight Carnival. I just got that. That's funny.
Quite amusing, yes.
It's very amusing. I'm very amused.
But apparently the typical patron of this little establishment has gone missing. So perhaps they've been supplanted by this coven of hags.
Oh my.
I've been told that if we go to Prismere, we may be able to locate, and I'm not sure really what past that. They just said to go there.
Prismere?
Prismere, yes.
Do I know anything about Prismere?
You know that's where Zabilna is. You learned that from Madrick.
Okay.
Yeah, she reigns over Prismere.
That keeps coming up. I've heard of Prismere recently, actually.
It is odd that it's come up twice in just a few days for me as well. But I'm not really the heroic type. I'm fascinated at the idea of this arcane world shifting and changing before our eyes. I'd love to get a closer look at the underpinnings of it. If this be some sort of magical overpower or turning over of age-long dynasties, that'd be fascinating to see.
Well, I noticed from the air, and I point away from the dragonflies, that the whole carnival is sort of in the shape of a infinity symbol. I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. But there was also what looks like some sort of walled-in staff area behind the big top.
Fair, typical, yes, but what do you mean? What do you make of it? Why do you bring it up?
Well, you said you wanted to know more. We could go look around back there. I can't think of a place that would be more how a carnival works than where the staff is.
An excellent proposal.
Shall we go for a bit of a snoop then?
Lead the way. I'm not good at being in front.
So you guys are headed to the staff area?
I suppose we are.
All right. You make your way over towards the staff area, and it's very difficult to get to, just the area in general, let alone inside the staff area, on purpose, presumably. But a tangled wall of thorns surrounds the entire cluster of wagons that are lit by lanterns. The caravan is barely visible as you peer through the thicket.
Do I see a way that I could sneak in there somehow?
You can roll a perception check.
Can I roll an investigation check?
Sure, I'll let you roll investigation.
Okay, good, thanks. No reason. 16.
16. So you take a moment to kind of peer around and look. The wall itself looks to be about 20 feet tall, almost as tall as the smaller section of the big top, and it looks to be fairly thick to get through, and you don't really see a way to get in.
Perhaps if we were to enter through the big top, we might be able to pass through, although that might draw a bit of attention, especially since no one's supposed to be in there for another 3 hours yet.
Oh, we could come back. Maybe during.
Roll perception for me, everybody.
Ooh. 18.
I used up my good rolls.
So, Mitt, as you're having this conversation with Jerek, you notice one of the staff members walks up. They seem to be covered in water for some reason. They kind of walk up and they're like kind of wringing out their shirt. And as they step up to the edge of the wall, it creates a big opening. And they walk through and the opening closes.
All right. Can we find a quiet place, maybe behind those like little buildings or something over here, where we can just sit and just sort of not be too noticed?
Probably. Are you wanting to stealth? Is that what you're asking me?
Somewhat, yeah. Like just find a place to sit and be inconspicuous.
What are you trying to accomplish?
I would like to. I would like to show my friends my small friend. But I don't want to be.
Oh,
moving.
that sounds.
I don't.
Giggity.
Oh, quiet down. I don't want to be. I don't want to be moving at the time.
It's not helping.
Yeah, you guys are already kind of out of the way. There's
Okay.
not any traffic going on back here.
All right, so I'm
other
just gonna sit down and be like, all right, I need you to keep an eye out for me. I'm not gonna be able to see anything for a moment, but I will be able to hear, right?
No,
No,
can't see or hear.
can't see. Okay, but I can
You
feel
can
it.
speak.
If you see anything, just tap me on my shoulder. I'm gonna reach into one of my pockets, and on the top of my jacket, Gavi,
Left side or right side?
left side. Yeah. And I'm gonna pull out a very tiny, adorable looking sugar glider. And I'll put the stat sheet up, but the stats are wrong, but you can see the picture. And I've got a tiny little sugar glider, and I'm going to just look down and be like, okay, go look over the wall. Tell me what you see. Well, yeah, I guess we could do that too. And I'm gonna close my eyes. And when I open my eyes again, you'll see they're actually glowing purple. And so is the sugar glider's, just very faintly glowing purple eyes. And he flies out over the top to look in the staff area.
Okay. Roll me a perception check for the sugar glider.
Crap. Now I actually need that stat block. Hold. Perception is a +0, so that's fine.
That's not true, Gavi.
Oh, is that not right?
No, I was talking. Gavi said that the sugar glider has more HP than he does. That's not true.
No, the sugar glider has an HP of 1, and then I just move my dice without looking at it. Hold on. I'm going to do that again.
The stat page said 18, so or no, 21, so I was kind of put off.
Yeah, no, it's not really true. Passive perception plus 3, so 21.
21. So you see the caravan is kind of in like a circle with all the doors facing inwards. You see
I'm repeating all of this out loud.
you see the Witchlight hand wringing out their shirt over near one of them, kind of shaking their head and muttering to themselves as they're changing out of wet clothing. You also see a fairly large, burly bugbear with a pumpkin on his head for a helmet.
So the Enderman can't catch him.
And nope, that's the wrong thing.
I'm looking specifically for Mr. and Mrs. Witchlights. Hey, he's got a little squirrel too. Everybody's got a little squirrel. I have a sugar glider who's kind of like a squirrel.
But you do notice one of the wagons is a bit larger than the others. And it just says Witchlight arched on it.
All right. Does it have like any windows on the side or anything?
There are a couple of windows on it, yeah.
Can I land like on top of one of the windows nearby?
Yeah.
Any of them open?
No, none of them are open. They don't open.
Okay.
They're just kind of like see-through.
All right. I'm gonna look through the windows.
Okay.
See if I see anything or hear anything.
So you do hear a bit of a conversation going on. You hear one of them. So you see two figures inside. One is a larger, more stout-looking individual. The other one is skinny and spindly. But the larger one looks and says, "You need to find a way to calm down." "I'll calm down when the Kinku pest is gone." "She knows nothing. She'll get frustrated soon enough and be on her way." "I hope you're right. Trust me."
All right. I'm gonna leave A&R there and open my eyes and just look at the other two. They're looking for a Kinku.
Yes, that would be the figure who was running away from the dragonflies. The one I spoke with. The one who tipped us off that there was something going on. Was there some sort of context as to which they were?
No, I was repeating all that out loud.
Oh. No.
You
Sorry,
heard it. You heard it as I did.
Okay. So it seems that she was correct that number one, there is something going on here, and that she is having some sort of effect upon it.
Riker? Sorry. It's a Star Trek reference. Number one. Anyway.
Yeah, I know it's a Star Trek reference, but it makes me excited for future things. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I did too. You said number one, and I missed everything else you said after that. Sorry.
No, number one, she is in fact, she was in fact correct that there is something amiss going on at this carnival. And number two, that she is seeking to undo the facade which stands above it, that hides it from plain sight.
Well, is this something that we also want to do?
I'm not sure. I just feel as though we're somehow or another in the right place at the right time, and nothing else makes sense to me as to what it could be.
Well, I'm just here looking for something that I lost and doing a favor for an old man.
I did. Yes. Francis?
I've lost something as well, but I gave it up a long time ago. I didn't feel I needed it anymore. But strange that Jerek, that was your name, right?
Yes, my name is Jerek.
Have you ever lost anything? Particularly, is there anything about this place that rings a bell for you?
I can't say as I've ever been here before, but I do have a few things along the way that I've misplaced. Almost out of idle curiosity, I did ask. There is a place here that says they can find the things that you've lost, but perhaps only the things that were lost here, not elsewhere.
I doubt what I lost would be there, but it's worth a look. Is there anything else you want me to look at in the staff area?
Nothing would come to mind, perhaps, but now that we know there is something amiss, we have something to work from. Does anyone know how to get to the Prismere? Perhaps that would shed some more light. It seems to be connected somehow.
While he's saying that, I'm just going to hold out my hand, snap my fingers, and then snap my fingers again, and A&R's going to be back on my hand, and I'm just going to pet him muzzle back for a second. I don't know. Put it back in my pocket.
How about you, Sir Francis?
I'd assume we'd have to find a way to the Feywild first, but I don't know many people who would know a way to access that realm.
Are we not
Even
in
I
the
don't.
Feywild? I sort of got the impression that we were.
I definitely think we are.
I believe, as far as I'm aware, it's more so the Witchlight Carnival, the Feywild comes to us rather than us going to the Feywild.
So perhaps if we stick around long enough, it will transport us back to the Feywild.
Cattail. Well, I don't know what else we can learn here, so shall we move on?
Sure.
Indeed.
What is this place of lost things?
It's called the Lost and Found booth.
Huh. Never would have figured that out. Oh, also, as a very slight retcon, when I saw the bugbear with the pumpkin helmet, I giggled a lot. I forgot. I'm easily amused. I'm sorry. That was not part of my character preparation. That's part of the last character preparation.
Would we like to go over to the Lost and Found booth then and see if they have what we've lost?
I doubt they will, but I'll look.
All right.
I didn't move you guys over there. So you guys were over here.
No, we weren't. We were hiding. Now I can't see anything. If my microphone gets muted by my cat, let me know.
And now you guys are going to Lost Property?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk over towards Lost Property, outside a wagon is a large feline creature with midnight blue fur.
Ooh.
It has a pair of tentacles extending from its shoulders and wears fake butterfly wings. Hanging from its collar is a small wooden keg. The creature roughhouses with two young boys. One boy squeals, "Again, Dyla! Again!" while the other one hangs from the creature's neck.
Is that one of yours, Sir Mitt?
We're not all related, you know.
I simply ask you a question. I don't know. I seek answers.
As you approach, one of the little boys reaches over for a small ball that seems to be sitting beside the creature. And as he reaches for it, the creature snaps at him. Away! And the little boy jumps back and runs away. And he just kind of, the cat just kind of sinks his head, puts his hand over his face. And as the other little kid standing there is just kind of like frozen in fright.
Excuse us. Hello.
What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Undercommon, and Zemnian.
He does not understand you.
What about I speak I speak Common, Goblin, and Sylvan.
He does understand Sylvan.
Ooh.
Is there a Tabaxi language that I should have? but I
Meow.
don't?
No.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So you hear this, Francis, in Sylvan. Darlagan yells out, "Wait! Come back! I didn't mean to scare you." But the child is already gone.
I'm gonna walk up.
I don't understand it.
Greetings, my feline friend. Oh, what?
I was just saying I don't understand anything he's saying.
No.
Neither do I, but apparently our green friend does.
We'll let him do the talking.
Well, greetings, my feline friend. I see that you have scared away a young child.
You speak Sylvan, I tell. Yes. I was merely watching after the two younglings as their mother went to get them food and beverage. I didn't mean to scare them away, but if you could please retrieve the child, I can't leave this area and this other one unattended.
Of course. I shall do as you ask. And I run after the kid. Small child!
Where's he going?
Come back!
Wait. He just
Roll
ran
a
off.
perception check to see if you can find.
Okay.
I hope nobody wants to look at my face.
Perception.
Perception. Ooh, that did a lot of spinning.
So you spend some time looking for this child, but you can't seem to locate where they've gone off to.
Oh no. Not even with a 14? That implies something bad.
Do I
So what are you two doing while he's out looking for this child?
I'm just gonna. I'm looking after him, and I'm looking at the other cat person, and I'm like, just shrug my shoulders. I'm like, where did he go?
What languages do you speak?
Common and undercommon, and thieves can't.
Go.
Did the shrug do anything?
Nope. Shrug didn't do
We
nothing.
getting anything from charades here? I point to him. Shrug. Yeah. Where? What? Eh.
Francis, you may make the check again if you wish. If you're going to continue your search.
I will indeed.
I can't talk through the familiar, right?
No.
Oh. How far away is he? Has he gotten more than 120 feet away yet?
No.
Good. In his head, he's going to hear me say,
Who?
Francis, Where are you going?
I am searching for a small child. The feline creature has asked me to retrieve the child so they can play once more.
Oh. Did you find him?
Unfortunately, no. I hope that he has not gotten lost.
Hang on. I'll see if Jerek and I can help. And I'm going to tell Jerek where he just went.
Yes,
And-
we should search for the child.
Yes. I'm bad at searching, so I'm going to pull out my friend A&R again. Hold on. And I'm going to sit down, do the eye purple thing, and pull out and fly. Okay. I'm going.
All right, roll perception for the sugar glider.
I don't get advantage or anything? That'd
Nope.
be cool. What was it? Plus 3. 16.
16. So the sugar glider's flying around, and you're scanning the crowd for this little boy. And you do see him. He seems to be standing in line for the candy counter.
I'm going to say that out loud and hope Jerek is still standing next to me.
Jerek will consult his memory of to where the candy counter is, and I don't remember seeing it on this map at all, but he's gonna...
It's just this area.
We walk by it on the way
Where
in.
the food stands.
Okay. He'll give Mitt a nice pat on the shoulder and start heading in that direction.
And I'm just going to watch from up above.
As you stand
Overwatch.
there, as you stand there, a shadowy figure walks up and picks your pocket.
I hope not.
All right, so Jerek, you're headed over towards the candy booth.
Which pocket? I need to make a roll table for if people try to pickpocket me.
Jerek, what are you doing?
I'm heading towards the child at the candy booth.
Okay.
And I'll tell Francis also in his head. Can I do that while I'm in the
Nope.
familiar? All right, I'll pop out
Nope.
for a second, do that, and then pop back in.
All right, Jerek. So you make your way over, and you do find the small child. He's just kind of peering up at the candy that's in the stall.
Hello, young one. What seems to have caught your eye?
I like the lollipop.
Oh, good. He speaks common.
Oh, the lollipop. Yes, it is rather magnificent there, isn't it?
It's really big.
Would you like to have it?
This is getting worse.
Sure.
Yes. Tell me, weren't you also supposed to be watched over by someone while your mother went and to get you something?
The cat thing was really scary.
I'm sure he didn't mean to be scary. Your mother certainly seemed to trust
He's
him
got big
enough.
teeth,
Yes, he does have big teeth.
big claws.
Yes. The cats are known for that, yes.
His wings are really weird.
I don't think those are wings necessarily. I think those are something else.
No, he was wearing wings.
Wearing them, yes, but he also had tentacles on his arms.
Well, yeah.
I want to go back.
Good God, this child is simple.
Would it be alright if, say, I went back with you? Then I could protect you, perhaps, from the scary cat man.
Roll persuasion. With advantage if you're buying him the lollipop.
I'm gonna drop down on his shoulder as A&R. Just-
It ain't gonna matter.
I was trying to help.
No, it's really scary.
Well, do you know where your mother went to?
I don't know.
Is it not scarier, perhaps, to be totally separated from people than it is to just stay for a brief moment with someone you don't know?
Not really. I'm 3.
Oh, Mitt told me where everything was, right?
Yes.
So I'll probably be there by now.
Yeah.
I'll come up and be like, "Small child, I have found you. The feline would like to have you back."
You're really green.
Yes, I appreciate that. It is what I was going for. Now come along, and
Look
I'll
how big
grab.
this lollipop is.
Yes, that is a very big lollipop. I enjoy big things that are sweet.
That
Now come-
lollipop cost you 1 ticket punch, by the way. Jerek.
And I'm going to grab the child.
Okay.
Do I need to make an athletics check or something?
No, it's a child.
No, it's a child.
I am going to grab the 3-year-old. Like, come along now, kid. It is time to return.
Sir
then-
Francis, I don't think that is the best way to deal with children.
And then forgetting that the other cat guy can't hear me, I'm going to out loud tell him, okay, they're on their way back now.
I'll be like, nonsense.
Give him
It's
a
how
thumbs
my
up.
parents raised me, and I turned out fine.
What is the world coming to? Jerek will follow along, just shaking his head, shrugging his shoulders every time the kid looks at him for help.
He
As
does.
I'm
He
assuming
looks
the
back
kid-
at you every now and again and kind of just licks his lollipop and then looks back up.
This kid is gonna be our like prize NPC, isn't he?
No, guys, we just met the big bad.
You guys,
Small
you finally make it back over to the lost property area, and Francis Daralagan looks at you and says, "Thank you for bringing back the child. I don't know what came over me. He reached for the ball and it was my son's favorite toy. He's
Oh.
gone now."
Oh. My condolences.
He's been stolen away from me. He's somewhere in Prismere, but I can't leave the carnival to find out where.
Prismere. That name again.
Pretty sure I spelled Prismere like 3 different ways so far.
Well, feline friend, it just so happens that we are searching for a way into Prismere. Perhaps we may find your son.
If you do, please bring him back to me. I will be forever in your debt.
I swear on it.
If you're going to try and find your way into Prismere, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light will know how to get there.
I should have known.
I wouldn't advise going to them directly. Sneaking into the staff area might be your best bet for information.
The advice is appreciated, my midnight-colored friend. I shall inform the others. And I'm gonna go back to my posse.
Yo.
Be like,
Did he tell you how to get into the staff area?
your distant relative did indeed.
He did.
He said we must be sneaky, as a cat is at night.
Well, that's going to be considerably easier for one of us than the other.
Yes, but any like specifics, perhaps?
Well, they said that we should try to get information from Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, but I feel like, well, they said that we shouldn't go about it directly.
by the way, I was supposed to tell you that the child, not the child that you just brought back, but the Displacer Beast's child, his name is Star.
Aw. Star.
So we simply need to sneak in there, find out information, get back out, find this Prismia place. Is that the gist of it?
I'd say so.
Well, what are we waiting for? Unless we are going to simply wait until the big show and try and sneak in all the commotion.
That could be a grand idea.
Well, what do we do until then?
Well,
Pixie Kingdom.
if we're looking for something that would take quite some time, I think snail racing has us all the way till the start.
Oh.
Are they snails or globlobs? Never mind.
So you guys are going to go over to the snail racing?
Yep.
Sure.
It's a great way to kill time.
All right.
Masters, as I'm walking, I am looking for a certain, the young girl who is part of my backstory that you know about, that you added on Wednesday. Just keeping an eye out in case I see anything that might look like a possibility. I'll DM you.
Please do.
If this were one of my other characters, he would also be on the lookout for a young girl, but for different reasons.
No, younger than that, and not that reason.
All
Oh,
of this,
right. Right.
as a relative outsider, all of this sounds very bad.
I tried really hard to phrase it as well as I could. I did not succeed.
Roll me a perception check as you guys are walking over.
But I'm gonna do that through A&R because my perception is terrible. So I got him on my shoulder still, just hanging out. And can I do that? Can I just have him as my main sight sometimes and just keep walking?
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Oh, gosh. Good thing. 10.
So you don't see
I mean, I don't really expect
who you're
it,
looking
but
for.
I'm always looking.
But you do notice that there is a small child running around, and they don't have any fairy wings on. And as the child is running around looking at things, you notice a small, pale girl with a crescent moon on the side of her face run up, grab the kid by the shoulder, and then rush away.
A lot
I
of
see this
children
too.
kidnapping going on here.
You saw nothing.
I was trying
shoot.
to. Then I lost connection.
The thing, mine was the toad though, right? So
Yes.
I don't necessarily recognize the girl.
No. You wouldn't have recognized the toad either, but
I wouldn't.
no.
I don't remember that part.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm wise enough to say anything about that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So you make your way over to snail racing. And the grandstands next to the racecourse are filled with cheering fairgoers, ringing bells, swinging rattles, and waving flags on the starting line. 8 giant snails are having their shells scrubbed by pixies. Above the circular course, a wooden gantry hangs from the branches of a central tree, where 2 goblins are officiating the proceedings. As you approach, you notice that there are snails that don't have riders. If any of you would like to jump in on this.
When I see the giant snails, I start giggling.
Would you care?
This place is pretty great.
Would you care to join them, Mitt?
No, I rode the last ones. You can have a turn.
All right, why not?
There are enough snails that each of you could ride if you want. You don't have to.
I would like to ride a snail.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
Okay. You approach where the snails are, and the goblins that are up in the booth holler down to you. We got some races. You're gonna race for us?
Yes, I will race this creature.
We're looking for jockeys. If you want to race, you can.
Sign me up.
All right, it's one ticket punch for each of you.
I'll wave my ticket at him.
And they will punch it.
I shall offer my ticket.
Wow, they're just punching everything around here.
All right. So you trying to think. Yes, so you get your tickets punched, and there are other fairgoers that come up and join in. So there are 8 snails in total. Jerek, roll me a d8.
Very well. D8.
Is there any betting going on? Out of curiosity.
No, there is no betting. This is a fair, darn you.
Is there anybody
Okay,
anybody
you
nearby that looks
are-
like they might want to put a place a bet?
You have been selected to ride the yellow snail. And one of the fairies comes, or one of the pixies come over. So this is going to be your snail. Her name is Flower Flash. So you just take your time and get to know one another. Francis, roll a d8.
D8. Let's see. There we go. 1d8. Roll. See if it works.
So another pixie flies over to you. You're gonna be with the blue one. Come on, this is Nimblefoot. Racial's not short enough.
He's like, blue.
I'm gonna go sit up in the stands.
Okay. So each of the snails are color coded, and they each now have a rider. So the 2 goblins up in the top, you hear them. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have tonight snail racing. It's a little bit more exciting than you might expect. So they get all the snails lined up on the track, and the announcer comes back on. All right, folks, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Can I interrupt?
Huh?
Can I interrupt?
Go ahead.
During the race, while I'm sitting up in the stands, I'm just gonna pull out one of my daggers, and if it looks like one of the snails is getting ahead of either Francis's or Jerek's, I'm just gonna try and shine the light from the sun and reflect it in the eye of the other ones to try to distract them.
Okay.
That's all.
So, I need Jerek and Francis to both roll me a d20.
I didn't give him advantage.
Snails don't have eyes.
guess they do. They're on the little
They do. They have
stalks.
eye stalks.
They're not proper eyes. They would not be
You're
affected by
not
that.
proper eyes.
True.
If it can sense light, it's an eye. That's my philosophy.
Okay. Um.
Also, can I just say when you said, is there any?
Sorry.
Sorry.
I need you to roll animal handling checks. My bad.
Uh,
Or just add to that roll. Those are good rolls.
Yeah, you can use those rolls.
Or try again. It's all up to the dice.
well, I have +0, so I'm gonna go with what I just rolled.
Did you say animal handling?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Mild distraction. Ooh.
The same thing.
All right. So these snails are fast.
Oh,
They advance at a rate of 80 feet per round. So they have a speed of 80.
Mm-hmm.
I meant to make a macro for this to make it easier on myself. Jerek, you are going, and this thing just takes off, and you and one other jockey are neck and neck ahead of everybody else. Not Jerek. I was thinking Jared. Francis and one of the other jockeys. It's a small gnome, and they are just right there neck and neck with you as these snails are about 10 feet behind them is Gavi, and a small blue dragonborn. Then there are two more behind them, and then one is still at the starting line. They just can't get their snail to go anywhere. So that's round one. I need everybody to roll animal handling checks again.
Can I try to distract the one next to Francis?
Yes, roll me.
Persuasion.
No, just roll me a. Hold on, give me half a second to think about things.
Take your time.
I know how this all works. It'd be better if I had them all in front of my face. So let me get to the character sheet. This will help my brain work better.
Dexterity.
Yeah, give me a dex check.
Oh. Okay.
See if you can angle the blade just right with your nimble fingers.
23.
23. Yeah. So that's going to give that one disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh. So, Jerek, yours lurches forward just a little bit, but Francis is still just about 10 feet ahead of you. The one that was beside Francis actually pulls back and is now behind you. So you are in second place now, Jerek, with Francis just ahead of you. The rest of the riders have all fallen back except for the one that was beside Jerek. So it's Francis in the lead, Jerek and the gnome side by side.
Mhm.
No, Dragonborn side by side. All right, we're gonna roll again.
Me too.
That was bad.
Though, if you do want to roll me a D8,
Me?
roll me 3 D8s. Yeah.
Okay. Ah. Total or individuals?
Individuals.
6, 5, 3.
Okay. Okay. Francis. So the crowd erupts and starts going absolutely crazy. Francis, have you rolled again?
The 3d8s.
No.
No,
I need you to
just
roll
roll it.
animal handling again.
Let's see.
Remember those numbers because I only remembered the 6.
I wrote them down in the chat.
Oh, you did. I see that now.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
I don't know what they were, so I didn't put a label on them.
That's fine.
My computer is slow as molasses right now.
Okay.
Apparently, so is your
Um,
snail.
You're on a snail, so
Well, these
So-
snails are fast.
not that one.
So
2.
So Francis would have normally fallen behind, but the crowd erupts and gives his snail just that little bit of extra oomph that Francis wasn't giving him, and he's able to maintain his lead. The ones that were in the back are starting to catch up, but they're too far behind right now to really make up any real kind of ground. Everybody else is kind of staying in the same position, except for Jerek. Your snail comes to a dead stop
Mhm.
and starts munching on some grass.
It's about normal.
And then and then nothing happens to the Dragonborn. So Jerek has come to a dead stop and is passed by everybody. As Francis maintains his lead, followed closely behind by the blue Dragonborn. All right, one more roll.
Oh, that's great. Yep. Okay. Yep. Mhm.
All right, roll me 2 more D8s. Mitt.
Okay. Well, I rolled 3. I'm just dropping the bottom one. The bottom one was also a 1.
Okay. So where you rolled? Oh, you still haven't rolled, Francis. Need you to roll again.
One more time.
One more time. One more
By
time.
the way, Master, I'm also keeping all of this in my notes. If that's helpful at all.
So Francis is trying his best to maintain his lead, but his snail too decides that it's just going to stop and eat some grass as the blue Dragonborn speeds past, followed by the gnome and 3 other riders. And the race is over. Francis and Jerek both sitting about 90 feet from one another as their snails are just chomping away on some grass.
I'm just gonna look at whoever's sitting next to me and be like, I don't know them. Francis, in your head, you hear the sound of a very slow clap.
Not the slow clap. That's the most demeaning thing you can do to a person.
I'm not saying it was me. You don't know.
I just feel a sense of overwhelming shame.
You hear the
And
goblin
discipline.
announcers once again. Well, there you have it, folks. It was exciting there for a moment, and then I don't know what's up with those two snails, but congratulations to our winner, Belvedere, the Blue Dragonborn.
I'm gonna yell out from the crowd, "Feed your snails more!"
Yeah,
Awesome.
sorry about that, folks. I guess they just got a little hungry. You know, they do move awful fast. Fast metabolisms and all that.
I'll head down to meet them at the almost finish line.
Okay. Jerek, you're making weird faces. You okay?
Oh, life's weird. Trying to make sure everything's okay. We're good. Yep, everything's good.
Alrighty. So, you guys narrowly missed out, thanks to Dan's rolls, on the victory there.
You're welcome.
If Francis had rolled, all he had to roll was a 12, and I would have given him the victory and just overwrote the 5 that Dan rolled. But then he got an 8, and I was like, well, okay.
What was I rolling? How did that work?
So the snail race. So the snails move at 80 feet per round. With an animal handling check, if you roll a 12 or higher, you get an extra 10 feet of speed. Less than 12, and it's minus 10. If you roll a 17 or higher, you get an extra 20 feet. And if you roll less than a 7, you lose 20 feet. And so you go until somebody reaches the finish line. And you can throw in what they call surprises for the snail race. And it's just a roll table of random things that could happen.
Sorry.
And I just took them in order of who was in first, second, and third, is what I did.
I should have rolled them individually, one at a time instead, because I wasn't ordering them. I just rolled all 3 and then wrote them. Oops.
Alrighty. So where to next?
What time is it?
IRL or?
No, I know what time it
Both.
is IRL. Are we, what hour is it now?
You guys hear?
It's party time.
You guys hear coming from the big top. All right, folks. One more hour till the 4 o'clock time. Then you can come in and see what's going on at the Big Top Extravaganza.
Francis, are you of a mind to see the Pixie Kingdom?
Sorry, that shouldn't have done. Yeah, well, yes, I would love to go there. It's been so long.
Lead on.
Time really seems to go fast around here.
Oh, sometimes.
See what you did there.
I head on my way.
So you guys make the short trip over to the Pixie Kingdom. And you can see a corpse of oak trees that shelter a miniaturized fairground. At the heart, a hamster runs inside a tiny Ferris wheel, encircled by minuscule wagons and candy stalls. A pixie sits cross-legged in the hollow of a tree at the entrance to this realm. Well, folks, step right up, step right up. If you would like to enter, it's 1 ticket punch.
What exactly is this?
Well, it's a fair within a fair. You get a little bit shrunken down, and you get to enjoy the fairgrounds as you see them before you. If you don't know,
And it's just one
though,
ticket price?
it is just 1 ticket punch. Though I may suggest, while you're here in the Fairy Pixie Kingdom, that you take on a name that suits as much.
Quick question. You said you get shrunken down. How does that work exactly?
Well, I give you, once I punch your ticket, I give you a piece of this mushroom and you become the size of a pixie.
How do we return back to normal?
It wears off in about an hour or so.
Most interesting.
Masters,
Yes.
if I eat a mushroom, am I the same size or smaller than a sugar glider? What's the comparison here? Or does it shrink with me?
You would be about the same size as the sugar glider, yes.
If he took 2 bites.
I am going to excitedly hand over my ticket.
I'll also hand over my ticket.
Well, folks, any ideas on what names you'll take for the Pixie Kingdom?
When you look
As
at
he
me,
punches your tickets.
what's the first name that comes to mind?
You look like a jelly bean starfish to me.
Ooh, that kind of pixie.
I
All
just
right.
start laughing. That sounds perfect.
And you, green one?
I shall go with Greenleaf.
Green leaf. It's a bit on the nose, but okay.
Yes.
And you, the one with the expressionless
It's actually
face.
on his head.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I think I'm going to call you Dimple.
Dimple, really?
All right. 3
Well,
punches, 3 pieces of mushroom. Have fun.
So, Masters, what you're telling us that we were about to consume magic mushrooms.
Indeed.
Just
Question.
Just check.
Do you have to consume the whole mushroom to achieve the magical effect?
Yes. It's a very, very small, like a crumb.
Is there a chance
Yeah.
we could find some additional of these magic mushrooms and perhaps purloin them?
And save them for later.
Yes, that could be tremendously helpful when we're trying to sneak into the staff area.
I mean,
Can I?
nobody said you had to stay in the Pixie Kingdom while
Oh,
you're small.
true.
Can I attempt to? Where is she holding them?
I mean, it
They're
seems like it would be safer because they're big people.
Are they like in a bag?
He seems to be pulling them out of thin air.
Dang it, Masters.
I can think of at least 3 ways to make this work. All of them are terrible, and none of them are in character. Darn it!
That's 3 more than I got.
I mean, it would theoretically work if the DM was being generous, but something tells me that's not in the cards for at the moment.
May the rolls be ever in your favor.
I mean, can I try to pick his invisible pocket? Like, that's not gonna work.
You can do an investigation check to see if you can find where he's keeping them.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Investigation is +2, so that makes it a 4.
Yeah, so you try and peek around him, and you kind of put your hand up like you're going for him, and he goes, What are you doing? Stop that!
I'm just trying to see, where do those come from? That's fascinating.
The trade secret!
Okay, what do you want to trade for the secret?
He narrows his eyes at you. Jelly bean starfish, just eat your mushroom and go along.
Yes, sir.
What are the chances I could figure this out through Arcana?
If I was
You could figure out what it is through Arcana, not where it is.
No, it's not. As long as I know what, I can think of something maybe.
If it was Arcana, I would
Okay,
have had a 6.
roll an Arcana check.
Well, that doesn't do me any
It's
good
a
at all.
mushroom. It makes you shrink. You know what he told you.
It's probably magical. Pretty sure. I ate my mushroom.
And I'll eat
Okay.
my mushroom too.
Okay.
I shall consume the fungus.
All right. So you each begin to shrink and shrink and shrink until you're very tiny.
Hmm.
And you slowly float to the ground.
Oh, we
And
shrink
you are
up.
now the size of a pixie.
Okay.
I'm going to have A&R appear right next to us. Do you think it could carry all 3 of us? Huh?
You get the sense that he says maybe, but probably not.
Oh, no, I was asking you.
You were asking him.
I was asking.
You're the familiar
Well, you...
commander, so you know.
All right, well, I'm going to climb on top because I've always wanted to ride and fly on him anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Her.
Yeah, he gladly lets you, or they gladly let you on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like them to? Are you going to command them to try and fly?
But I don't. But we don't think that Gavi and I mean Francis and Jerek would fit.
If they want to try.
Could the sugar glider make multiple trips?
Yes, we could absolutely split the party. That seems like a good idea. I'm not metagaming.
I mean, I was thinking about doing that anyway. You know, I could cause
Come
a
back,
distraction. And
Come back and I'm a stain on someone's boot.
I mean, I'm just gonna put my hand out and be like, and towards Jerek and Francis, be like, "Come on, hop up. We'll go walking around this pixie kingdom." I will say, in case anyone's listening.
are you sure it's safe?
No.
This is entirely against my better judgment.
Some people say I'm a little impulsive.
Reach my hand up and I guess climb on. So
I
Francis,
shall join them.
All right.
does this sugar glider need to make a con save?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Well, more of a strength. We're going to go for strength.
Okay.
With all 3 of you, the DC's fairly high.
Oh, good. So that's a -1.
Yeah, as soon as Francis climbs on, all 4 limbs just go.
Nope.
I don't
Nope.
think
That
this
did
is
not.
going to work.
Did not. Francis, you need to eat a little less, I think.
I think it's the armor.
It could be the
I want to
armor.
believe it's the armor.
Yes, let's go with that then. Right. Meanwhile, I'm laughing because I think this is hilarious. All right, get off my sugar glider. I'm going for a walk. I'm gonna
Yes,
ride it like a horse.
So I'm gonna get off the sugar glider too.
Okay. Mitt, roll me another strength check with just you on it.
So do natural ones really only count towards extra life during a combat situation, or does it count
Nope.
for skill checks also?
Counts for skill checks also.
Oh, how come you get to make the rules with my money, ladies and gentlemen? That is the first $5 for extra life. Here it comes on the screen. Wait for it, and boop, $5. Anyway, that's a -3. No, -2. No, 3. Yeah, math is hard.
So it's got a -4 for strength.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
No, it's not. Kind of.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
So your sugar glider just looks worn out just from having to wait hold all of you at once. It's not going anywhere.
I just sigh, snap my fingers, and it goes away because it's not going to fit in my pocket. And I jump nimbly to the ground.
All right. Before you, the Pixie Kingdom is a tranquil oasis compared to the rest of the bustling carnival. The air is filled with an aroma of blackberry wine and flower blossoms. 8 brightly painted doorways are nestled in the bark at the bases of the surrounding trees. You see about 12 pixies fluttering around, doing various things. They're all very friendly and eager to greet each of you. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? What is your name?
My name is Jellyfish. Jelly Bean Star Fish. Jelly Bean Starfish.
That's a fantastic name.
Thank you. I made it myself.
And the two of you?
I'm Greenleaf, no, I was about to say feathered, but they don't have feathers. My winged friend.
We have wings too.
I'm Dimple.
That's fantastic. I love it. Dimple, Greenleaf. Ha! What a riot. Well, there's lots of things to do around here. Plenty of things to eat. There's a popcorn over there. There's an ice cube over there if you're thirsty. If you want to ride the Ferris wheel, that's a real hoot. Later, we're going to play some hide and seek.
Oh, that's one of my favorite games.
Yes, yes. There's also a flower bed. There's lots of beautiful flowers, and there's a heron's nest. Heron's over there. And she's in her nest. If you want to be going and talking to them, and so you just have a grand old time.
I want to ride.
I want to go talk to the heron.
So what are y'all doing?
I'm going to ride the Ferris wheel.
Alrighty. What are you other two doing?
I want to go talk to the heron.
I kind of want to
All
escape
right.
this and go try and sneak into the other place, but let's ride the Ferris wheel, I guess.
It would be a very long walk for your tiny legs.
But would it?
Yes, it would.
Because according to Newtonian mechanics, if you shrink something down, they still have the same proportional potential for movement. So even if I couldn't run that fast, I could jump that far. I could still jump the same level at the same distance as I could as a normal sized person. But as
This
a
isn't
tiny
Ant-Man.
person, I know it's not Ant-Man.
Yeah,
This is just how Newtonian physics works.
Yeah, this
That's
is
not how
magic.
magical pixie mushrooms work.
I think it just shrinks down our dimensions. It doesn't actually condense the mass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. It specifically says, the tiny. You are considered a tiny creature. You have disadvantage on all strength checks and saving throws, and your character's weapons even do 2d4 less damage.
Okay.
What if our characters
Damage can't be reduced below 1.
I was gonna
Nothing
say.
in there about-
I was gonna say, what if they don't even do 1d4?
There's nothing in there about movement speed.
That's fair.
I think there's a rule for
Loophole!
tiny creatures. Let me check something.
Yeah, it would just be a fourth of your speed would be reduced to a fourth. That's just tiny creatures.
Yeah.
Never mind then. I'll ride the Ferris wheel, I guess.
So So you go over to the Ferris wheel, and as you're approaching, there is a hamster on the inside, and he looks at you and says, "Greetings. Would you like to ride my Ferris wheel? My name's Biscuit, by the way.
Hello, Biscuit. I'm Dimple.
Nice to meet you, Dimple.
Yes, I'd love to ride your little Ferris wheel.
Me too. Me too.
Well, all
me
right.
Too.
All aboard.
And so
So you guys enjoying the carnival?
Positively thrilling.
Time seems to be flying by.
It does that sometimes. Also, there are times where it drags on and 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 on.
How long have you been here?
And on and on and on and
sorry.
on and
I thought you
on
were
and on and on and on and on. And you just don't know if it's ever going to end.
That
Makes my
sounds like
feet tired just thinking about it.
it sounds like foreshadowing. How long have you been here, my friend?
Oh, I've been here, roughly 16 years or so.
How do you like it? Were you here with the previous owners?
Oh, no, I was not here with the previous owners. I didn't know there were previous owners.
It's just what I've heard. It's my first time here, except for one other time, which I don't really remember.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. Though, did you hear that Candlefoot the mime and Polisha the mermaid are in love? On top of that, Candlefoot lost his voice recently. It's part of his act, but I don't think he was supposed to actually lose it.
Quite a few things getting lost around here, aren't there?
Have you lost anything?
Nope, I've got my 4 feet and my teeth, and I'm kind of hungry though. If anybody got any food?
I have a bit of jerky. Would you like some?
Jerky would be fantastic.
Did the jerky shrink with me out of curiosity?
It did.
I'm gonna look in my pocket. Be like, ooh, it's tiny jerky. Here you go, friend.
Oh,
Hold
thank
on a
you very
second.
much. This is very delicious. Is it venison?
You know, I don't really ask questions about it. I just eat it.
This hamster is the big bad guy, isn't he? No hamster
pixie.
eats meat.
It's a pixie.
No, it's a hamster.
Oh, this is the hamster. Okay.
Yeah.
If the hamster's the baby EG, then in like an hour's time, he's not gonna be a problem anymore. Because that magic's gonna wear off, and the jerky's gonna go back to full size.
No.
Exploding hamsters.
That jerky was sure delicious. It had a big flavor to it. Yum, 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 yum.
Well, it was quite big a few moments ago.
I hope
Well,
that
shall
just...
Have you guys seen a kinku running around here? That troublemaker's always running around using magic and stuff, disrupting the carnival.
I would think that magic wouldn't be particularly distressing to a group of magical folks such as yourselves.
No, not the magic itself, just the disruptions. We don't like it when the carnival goes downhill.
Wait.
Makes for a bad time for all of us.
There are hills? I didn't see any hills. It seems rather flat.
It's a metaphor.
What's a metaphor?
I don't know, what's a metaphor you?
Thank you for that. I'm confused.
I'm loving the contrast of childish fairy tale majesty and just edgy sadness.
I'm supposed to be emo, dang it.
All right. While you two are enjoying the hamster ride, Francis, you're going over to the heron's nest. You walk over and she's sitting in her nest. It's a lovely day today, don't you think?
Oh, yes, it's quite lovely. The sun is shining, the wind is blowing,
It's
and
so beautiful.
Yes. Oh, no. I was about to get weird for a second. I was about to do something stupid. But, so how has your day been?
My day's been just lovely. I love the weather. It's so nice and sunny, and it's not raining. I don't like the rain.
Oh, but the rain is so wonderful. It brings life to the trees.
Yes, but I'm not a tree. I like
Excellent.
it when it's nice and sunny and not too hot and not too cold. It's just lovely.
I agree with you completely. So, what is life like here at the carnival?
I'm in a carnival?
Oh. I'm not quite sure what to say now.
This is just where I've put my nest. It's a lovely place. The sun is shining.
But you're talking to me like, and you seem very aware.
Yes, the sun is shining. I like the sun. It's so
Y-
bright and warm. I don't like the rain.
Okay, maybe you're not as awakened as I thought you were. But still, it is quite lovely to meet such a beautiful creature as you.
Why, thank you. It's almost as beautiful as the sun.
I love this bird. Do you have any eggs here? Is this where you plan to raise your young?
I don't have any eggs. Why would I have eggs?
Oh,
Are you trying to... That's disgusting. I'm a bird.
no, I meant, like,
Are you hitting on me?
No. I'm a human. I don't. That will be wrong and weird.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not the one trying to hit on you.
I was just asking if this is where you plan to raise your family. You seem to set up a nest here, and it seems like a nice place to have some kids, raise some young, send them out into the world.
I'm just going to start ignoring you now.
Okay. Nope.
You're still there, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm gonna keep standing here for a while. Until, I don't know, this conversation goes somewhere.
The sun's going to set eventually.
Actually, that's what I'm waiting for.
Would this be a good time for me to step in and say, but it'll come out tomorrow? Bet your bottom dollar.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so flashing back over to the guys on the Ferris wheel talking to Biscuit. All right, folks, that's the end of the ride. Is there anything else you guys want to feed me or talk to me about? You might want to get ready for that hide and seek.
Oh,
Quite a thrill.
I heard about the hide and seek. Where's that happening?
Here.
Oh,
On the Ferris wheel?
About that time, you see the pixies gathering. All right, everyone. We're going to begin the hide and seek. This way, this way.
I go that way.
Yeah, everybody starts gathering together. All right, folks. The rules are simple. You hide, we seek. and we see who's the last one standing. All right, here we go. And everybody starts scattering, looking for the best places to hide.
I cast Pass Without a Trace. Or I would if I had it.
Oh.
Okay, so you guys know there's you can hide near Biscuit's wheel. There's the flower bed. There's the heron's nest. There's also just various different places to hide. Is anybody going to one of the specific places to hide?
Is it possible to try and like find a hole in one of the trees that are sitting around?
Yeah.
Try and hide
You
in
just
there.
want to go hide in there. That's fine.
Yeah.
You said there were doors, so are there buildings attached to the 8 doors?
Yes, there are different stalls and stuff, various foods and beverages and stuff.
Okay, does it look like there'd be a good place to hide, like in between or behind or under?
Well, they're in tree stumps, so
Okay.
you're tiny enough. You could probably hide behind a root if you wanted.
Okay, all right. And would disguise self help me at all? Can I like?
I mean, it would stop you from looking like you, but other than that, it's not going to help your stealth.
Oh no! You know what? I have minor illusion. I'm gonna try to make an illusion of more roots on top of me.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Francis, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go back to the heron,
Sounds fantastic.
and I'm gonna hide under the bird.
All right, I need everyone to roll me a stealth check. I need Mitt to roll at advantage, and I need Francis to roll at disadvantage.
Oh, that's terrible. Hold on. That's awful.
And
I just want you to know that's with a +8. I rolled a 3
Every
and
time.
a 4.
Every time someone walks near your minor illusion, you start giggling.
I mean, still over 10, okay?
All right. So,
that was with disadvantage, by the way.
cool. So they're walking around trying to find people, and they come up and find Jerek almost immediately. Yeah, you're a little bit bigger than the hole there. You might have wanted to try to find a better place.
It seemed cozy enough to wait for a brief moment in. If you wouldn't mind, just put it back. I'm going to take a nap.
It's not really how the game works. Come on, you're with me now. All right, everyone. Come back. We're going for round 2. All right, so everybody, tell me where you're going. Mitt and Francis, tell me where you're going to hide. If you're going to the same place, that's fine.
Are there bushes?
There's a flower bed field.
I'm gonna go. Can I like hide? Are there any big flowers?
Yeah, there's flowers that are bigger than you. They're flowers.
Okay, all right.
They're
all right.
tiny.
They're regular flowers, and I'm tiny.
They're not They're not regular flowers, but we'll get to that. Francis,
Oh no.
what are you doing?
I'm going back to the heron. I'm gonna make that bird feel bad for making me feel like a creep.
Okay.
I'm minor illusioning the flower to droop over me.
You know, I'm now being a creep.
So, Mitt, you go over to the flower bed, and there are several flowers that almost appear to have faces on them. And
Oh,
they're all kind of looking at you. Well, what are you doing over here?
I'm just gonna shh. I'm trying to hide. May I hide underneath you?
Hide underneath me? I don't know. What's in it for me?
I can offer to water you.
Roll a persuasion check.
15.
All right, that seems fair. So you gain advantage on your stealth. Francis, how
Not
are you
gonna-
trying to get this heron to like you again?
Oh, I'm
'Cause,
not. I'm
she's over here honking, getting everyone's attention to let them know that you're here. Get away from me, you creep! Wanting to have my kids? You're a human. I'm a bird.
I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm just going to. What should I do? I'm going to. Let's see. I might have.
Hello,
something.
everybody. This guy wants to have my children.
I think I might be able to. I wonder if this could work. I have command the spell prepared. What if I just get the bird to halt?
Okay.
He was just looking to roll up that Oathbreaker real fast, isn't he?
What's the DC on that?
My DC is 13. It's a wisdom save.
Yeah, she just freezes in place. Very sassy looking, but she don't move.
Look,
Alright,
my
you get a
main
straight- You get a
allegiance.
straight roll. Jerek, I need you to roll investigation against their stealths. You're going to be trying to help find them.
Oh, thank God for advantage, because that's a 1. Stealth, right?
Yep. Francis, where's your stealth?
Oh shoot, forget. Let me do a thing.
Carnivals are fun, y'all.
They are. I haven't been in 10 years. Oh wait, not normal roll. I need to go at disadvantage.
D&D
No, you're
carnivals
straight
are
roll.
the best.
Your straight roll.
Oh, I get to do a straight roll?
Yeah.
No disadvantage?
No disadvantage.
Even with the
The
chainmail?
disadvantage. The disadvantage. Oh. Yeah, straight roll. You're tiny. Your chainmail's not making that much noise.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Jerek, you were unable to find either one of them, but you do find a couple of kids. All right. The pixies are gonna. All right, folks, we're gonna go for round 3. Looks like we found a couple of the kids. So let's get this party going, shall we? All right. Roll one more time. Jerek, you have advantage. Dan and Francis, you both have standard rolls.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Great job, Jerek. You're really invested in finding these people.
It's just killing time.
It's almost isn't fair for the rogue to be part of
I
this.
know. It's like I was born for this game.
So the pixie finally comes out. All right, folks. I don't really
Five.
know where the winner is, but there was a cat person here. I think their name was Jellybean Starfish or something like that. Has
Jellyfish
anybody
Starbean.
seen
Oh.
where did that come from? You win. You can come out now.
I come out. I've always been very good at this game.
I can tell. I didn't even know where you were. So he reaches in his pocket and pulls out a small little baggie with some stuff in it. He goes, "Here's your reward."
Oh, I didn't know
and-
there was a reward. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And
This is
he
very
gives
fun.
you this small pouch, and you now have 1 packet of pixie dust.
What does this dust do?
This dust, as an action, you can sprinkle this dust on yourself or another creature that you can see within 5 feet of you. The recipient gains flying speed of 30 with the ability to hover for 1 minute. If the creature is airborne when the effect ends, they fall safely to the ground, taking no damage and landing on their feet.
Well, I thank you very much. This will come in very handy.
I have a question, DM.
Yes.
Does the pixie dust also require a happy thought?
Not necessarily. It's not that
probably
kind of
good.
pixie dust.
It's probably good because this is supposed to be like the emo cat person here, so you gotta have a happy thought.
I have plenty right now.
That's true, you do. Oh, you should sprinkle yourself with the pixie dust and give your sugar glider a ride.
I mean, technically, I'm always giving the sugar glider a ride. It's just in my pocket. I made sure to finish that sentence. You terrible person, Gavi.
I didn't do anything.
You knew it. You were.
It all started when Masters implied
All right,
the
moving on.
bird thought I
Moving
was.
on.
All right, where is it you guys would like to go?
Well,
Has
I
it been an hour?
suppose we should start heading back to the big
You're
top.
still tiny. No, it has not been an hour yet.
No.
Well, what's behind door number 1?
What?
You said there were
What is
8
behind door
doors
number 1?
and 12 pixies. That's all I wrote down.
Yeah, it's just food stands.
Oh, okay.
It's regular side food, but at your size, it's gigantic.
Oh, do they have turkey legs?
No,
a-
it's heron
It's
legs.
a Disney reference.
Oh
What?
no.
I'm avoiding that. What else is there to do there? Can we talk to the flowers?
Yeah. We don't say the flowers.
I'm gonna bring the other two over and be like, I made friends with this flower. Don't ask me how I watered it.
Oh no. You know
Yeah,
what?
I wasn't really expecting that when he offered.
I knew it as soon as you said it.
Yep.
You know, I was
did
just
too.
thinking about peeing on the flowers.
Yeah,
World-
please
small
don't
world.
believe yourself on me if you don't mind.
Wait, I thought that would help.
The bugbear does it often enough.
That's a really big bugbear.
His name's Burley for a reason.
It supplies
did
nitrate.
you know he often talks philosophy with one of the gondola swans?
Wait, the swans are alive?
Yeah, man.
That's fantastic.
I think you meant to say like aware or sentient. Of course they're alive.
I thought they were plastic.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah, they're over there in the water, man.
Wait, were the dragonflies alive?
Yes.
I tried to feed one and it wouldn't take it.
What'd you try to feed it?
Dirt.
You're a special breed.
Do you want any dirt?
You're obviously not a baguette because you're not a purebred.
Oh,
I don't know what you mean by
I
that.
like this flower.
So do you go with the carnival or do you just stay here?
No, man, I've been here. Yeah, I just showed a Huppadook up there.
What?
Huppadook?
It's the city.
The city that's right over there?
Oh, I get confused about where I am.
Yeah, I just sit here in this field, man. All this stuff just came around me. It's pretty cool to watch. Then they brought me to life.
Huh. Do you stay alive when they all leave?
I don't know. This is my first time. My Boston accent is all over the place.
Yeah, no, it's bad. Take it from someone from Boston.
It's terrible.
It's a hard one though. In your defense, I can't do it, which is funny.
Oh dear Lord.
Has it been an hour yet?
If you guys want it to have been an hour, then yes, it's been an hour.
Does someone tell us before we suddenly grow up in the middle of Pixie Kingdom?
No. You guys start feeling your limbs begin to shake as you start. One arm gets bigger, it kind of plops over.
I feel
And
weird.
your one leg gets bigger. You just go back to full size.
I carefully try not to step on anyone.
All right. You guys can hear from a distance. The big top extravaganza begins shortly, folks. Come on in and see what's going on.
I must
Let's
say,
go.
this carnival has been just a ton of fun. Do they have any giant
Indeed.
pretzels? Masters.
Giant pretzels.
Oh,
Have pretzels been invented
they did
in Wild
about
Mount?
30 seconds ago. Now they're normal-sized pretzels.
Oh.
Hey, I was gonna get a pretzel to bring it in the big top. You guys want one?
Sure.
What about you, Francis? Are you muted? Francis?
Francis, me?
Yeah, you. Do you want a
That's the one.
pretzel?
Oh, I was just going to ask if pretzels have been invented in Wild Mount yet.
Of course they have.
The fairy that punched your ticket earlier looks at it and goes, "Oh yeah, we got all kinds of food. We travel around, man." I don't know why I went with man. That's a hippie saying.
You sound just like the tree. Are you guys related?
I spend my time sitting inside trees. I kind of get the vibe every now and again, but it's fine. But yeah, man, we got corn dogs, we've got nachos, we got popcorn, pretty much anything you can imagine.
I don't really like dogs. Anyway, I'm gonna get two pretzels unless Francis wanted one.
I'm going to get a hot dog.
All right. Any food or beverage combination will be one ticket punch.
Oh, perfect. I don't even have to spend any gold. I've lost track of my punches.
You're on
This
like
is 3
4
for
or
me.
something.
No, this is 3 for me because I skipped one, and you skipped
I
one.
also skipped one. Mm-hmm.
So
But then I
Francis-
also bought a lollipop for a kid.
Oh, you did. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So you guys get your snacks and head over to the Big Top Extravaganza.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you went around in a circle, but it went in a straight line.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
The roof of the tent reaches towards the night sky in 3 swooping peaks topped with spinning gold stars. Painted wooden panels on the tent walls whirl with colorful motion, displaying vibrant circus performances. The sound of music and laughter drips throughout the entire canvas door. As you all step inside, you find yourselves a seat, making sure to get yourself a good spot there. All of the rows are filled with all of the patrons that have come to the carnival tonight. The lights dim and a hush falls over the crowd. A second later, a spotlight illuminates a lithe elven figure sitting in the silver hoop, suspended above the center ring by silk robes. The elf wears a dazzling suit of diamond pine mirrors and a pair of butterfly wings. His scepter is topped with a spinning vane. Welcome, one and all, to the evening's extravaganza. I am Mr. Light. Prepare to be delighted. The extravaganza involves several of the carnival's star performers and attractions, with Mr. Light serving as the ringmaster. Over the course of an hour, Burley, the bugbear, performs feats of strength. Polisha, the mermaid, serenades the audience from a clamshell bathing pool. Candlefoot, the mime, plays silent games with the audience members. And the fairy dragons, with bright streamers tied to their tails, perform dazzling acts of synchronized flying as a trope of acrobat clowns and fire breathers parade about. Is there anything you guys would like to do during this show?
Is it obvious what the finale is?
Not necessarily.
I think the best time to try and sneak out would be during the fairy dragons, because people would be looking up and not at the door.
Yes. Is there a way for us to get underneath the stands while everyone's looking up?
If you guys would like to try and roll stealth to dip away, you're more than welcome to.
We've practiced this.
Some of us have.
I have disadvantage now because of my big armor.
Hey!
Ooh, you beat me.
That's not good.
It's not bad.
Let's see how this goes.
Come on.
Okay. So with all the spectacles going on within the big top, you guys are able to slip away. Francis does make a little bit of a racket trying to squeeze in underneath the bleachers, but everybody's distracted by all the goings on. Nobody really pays you any mind.
So do we just
Oh, we're down.
wait here until everyone leaves, or do we make our way to the staff area while they're all inside?
I mean, now it would seem to me to be a opportune moment, since
You guys will have noticed as you guys were walking back and forth on the carnival that things are happening in the big top all the time. This is just their big show of the night.
Okay, all right.
So it won't ever completely clear out.
Okay. But can we get from where we are underneath the bleachers to the back entrance area? Or
You can certainly try.
Or underneath? Is there a way to like lift the back of the tent?
You can certainly
we
try.
want
Unless
to make
have
sure that we're.
better idea.
So we want to make sure that if we're going to try and slip under the tent, that we're not still on the outside of the ring of briars and thorns.
Yes, we should definitely go this way. And I point towards the front.
Let us not go that way.
Oh, right. Yeah, you should probably.
Sir Mitt, this might be a brand new bit of information for you, but have you ever considered following your nose?
I mean, unless I'm backing up, I do that every time.
Unless I'm eating Fruit Loops. Just follow your nose.
I see what you did there.
Then let us attempt to slip out the back door into the staff area.
I'll follow you.
It's probably for the best.
As shall I.
All right. So you guys stealthily sneak out the back of the big top, and you find yourselves in what seems to be the backstage area, a small dressing area for the actors. This dressing room is a scene of colorful clutter. tables strewn with makeup kits and glass jewelry, mirrors trimmed with glowing orbs of light, and chests of drawers and wardrobes spilling over with garments.
On the off chance we get caught, should we disguise ourselves?
You're muted.
I'm muted?
how did I get
Shouldn't be
muted?
muted.
Dang it. I said, that's not a bad idea.
I
Go.
I could try, but I don't really want to take my armor off.
No, you don't have to. We just have to find a way to make it seem as though you're part of the costume.
I'll do my best if that comes to pass.
Masters,
Yes.
over by the snail racing,
Uh-huh.
you said there were 2 goblins, and what else was over there? Besides the
Pixies.
snails? Some pixies, okay. All right, I'm going to picture one of the goblins in my mind and cast Disguise Self and become one
Okay.
of those goblins.
Yeah. So you look like one of the goblins that you saw, although you are about 3 foot taller than they were.
Was there anything taller that I saw that would make more sense?
You saw the bugbear.
He's in the
He was a little
shell,
bit taller than you.
I'm worried about that. What about the tree?
The tree was a lot taller than
He's a
you.
lot taller. All right. Let's go with the bugbear with the helmet.
Okay.
This could go very badly.
All right. Jerek, Francis, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to try and just dress myself up in something gaudy or brightly colored so it looks like I'm part of the troop.
All right. Francis, what are you doing?
I'm going to put on a robe. There's a big, giant, maybe a giant cloak.
Okay.
I'm going to
Jerek,
see him do this. I'm going to see him do this, and I'm going to say, I think it's still missing something. I'm going to look around for like a blanket or something that I can wrap up and make it look like he has a gigantic pot belly.
okay.
And stuff it under the robe.
So, Jerek, roll me a deception check, and Francis, roll me a deception check.
You look pregnant.
I was going to give Francis disadvantage, but Jerek helped him, so back to a straight roll.
Nice roll, Jerek.
Okay.
All right.
Note those for later. So you guys get all dressed up and illusioned up. What are you doing now?
And we exit the back and go try to find a place to hide ourselves so we can overhear important things that we're going to need to hear.
Okay. So you try and slip out the back of the dressing area over to where the staff area is. And as soon as you get outside of the tent, there is a large thicket wall.
Does it open for me because I look like Burley the bugbear?
It does not.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure.
Can I help with that?
You can roll yourself.
Okay.
Wow.
22.
His Arcana is way better than mine.
No, it's
So-
only a +2. It was just a really good roll.
So, Jerek, your knowledge is just purely based off of what you saw earlier with it opening up when a staff member came by. Mitt, on the other hand, probably surmises that the wall uses some sort of magical aura to detect certain people, and your disguise does not fool it.
This isn't working.
So we need to find someone who it will open for and go in with them.
Do
But
I
this
see-
becomes a lot more complicated.
If they wait there and I go back in the dressing room, do I see anyone that might be part of the carnival?
Roll perception.
Oh, this goes really good. 10 minus. No, it's not minus much. Where is it? Minus 1, so 9.
No, you don't seem to see anybody.
So were we just going to kidnap somebody and just like throw them at it? Because that seemed like that's what that was
I
going.
mean, I was just gonna walk up to Mr. Light or Mrs. Witch and just ask. I'm a bugbear.
They're both misters.
Yeah.
They are? Oh, okay. I wrote that down wrong.
I mean, we could start poking the wall, but I don't think that's going to do us any good.
If I use Mage Hand, can I like push any of the vines out of the way enough so that we could get through?
You can certainly try.
Okay. What do I roll for that?
So what is it you're trying to do again?
Just trying to push an opening into the.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
23.
And what is your movement speed?
30.
30?
Yeah.
So, let's see here. You push your way into the thicket, and your first bit of movement, you find a thorn, and it pierces you in the hand. You take 1 point of damage.
Ow.
And you continue to press through, I assume.
Sure.
You continue to press through, and you get about halfway through, and you take another 2 points of damage. Would you like to continue?
No. I'm gonna back up. Ow, ow, ow.
You're going to back up? Okay. On your way back out, you take an additional 1 point of damage.
Okay, that was a bad idea. Don't do that.
No, dude.
And I'm just gonna lick one of my wounds. Which looks weird because I'm a bear. Wearing a helmet. Well, do we just wait until Mr. Light or Mr. Witch show up and I can just ask them?
I mean, I don't really have any other ideas.
Nor do I.
Do you have any ideas? No, I guess not.
I'm not much for ideas.
I guess we're waiting.
As you guys are trying to ponder on what is going to happen next, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, accompanied by Burley, the bugbear, begin approaching the back side of the tent, going into the staff area. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Ooh.
Right. Can't go.
Should have gone with the tree end.
Should have gone with that. Should have been a really tall goblin. Well,
I
It's a fun
knew
carnival.
I knew this is how you guys were going to handle this. and I am so glad I was right because it is so much more fun doing it this way than it was because the way I prepped for this is I found a campaign that's running this, and I watched them run it.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are doing this so much differently, which I knew you would, and this is way more fun to me
Oh, good.
than what they did. They were all goody two shoes and played by the rules, and you guys are just like, screw it, let's do this.
Well, we are the world's worst.
We are the worst.
I'd like to point out my character is dramatically opportunistic.
My guy's
Oh,
just dumb.
Oh yeah, when I saw y'all's color wheels, I thought, yep, this is gonna be great.
Yeah. How many reds do we have? Three
Of
Four?
you.
Yeah.
3 of you.
Three
Everybody
reds.
except Francis.
Oh, Francis is in the red. Well, he's gonna
Nope, Francis
have
is
a
a
lot
green.
of fun. I don't even know what
Yep,
that is.
green. What else could I have
Green
picked?
and a little bit of white.
It's a weak color.
All right, well that's $5 so far for Extra Life, according to Master's new rules. So, thanks everybody for hanging out. We will be back in 2 weeks' time. Make sure to like and subscribe and all that crap. I think that's it. Anything else?
Peace.
Yeah.
Bye,
I think
everybody.
that's it. Bye.